Ah, right.
Yep. It's actually pretty easy to get to, too. Just pull that shit off. Whoa! I love he rolls off when he pulls it. This dungeon can be a little weird to explore. It's honestly one of the easier dungeons in this half. Part of wants to say it's the easiest dungeon in the second half. It's just, make sure you know where you're going in the giant open rooms like these. That's all. You just gotta make sure you understand where you're going in these massive open rooms. As long as you do that, you'll be fine. And there you go, you got a good map. If it helps. Yeah, that's why there's some tough enemies here. I guess these are like early version of Alphos.
Probably.
They shoot magic though. Like lizard mages. Fuck them.
I know it's supposed to be a quote-unquote thieves game.
Yeah. Oh, right. That is the name of this dungeon. That's right. They're thieves. Wind Waker's Tower of the Gods is one of these, and completing it feels especially poignant. A task that Link must do completely alone. Even summoning this tower is a monumental moment. As it rises from the depths after Link places 3 sacred pearls and 3 sacred statues before a big, watery Triforce. And when the temple is complete and the boss defeated, you can travel down to the frozen in time Hyrule Castle. It's one of the best moments of the game. It's so cool. Well, I guess we include that part of it, sure. That is one of the cooler things in Wind Waker, basically to see, like, some of the remnants of what happened from after Ocarina of Time's, you know, well, battles, I guess. It is a neat feeling. Huh. One list had this as the 7th worst. This has it as the 7th best. City in the Sky, Twilight Princess.
Yeah, here's the thing. City in the Sky is a divisive one. Because I actually like it.
Yeah. I mean, the territory's cool. I just remember the claw shot things being a little awkward myself.
And that's also the reason why some people like it, because the double claw shot is just something that nobody else has done it.
Yup.
So why not?
Yeah. Let's see, a city in the sky? What is it, Skyward Sword? Nope, it's Twilight Princess' ancient Grease-themed 7th dungeon, the home of the creepy-looking but friendly Uka tribe. Link's new double claw shots make exploration of this dull breeze. Pun intended, it's a windy dungeon. And in no time at all, you'll be zipping around the place like Tarzan. Taking place late in the game, City in the Sky feels like a culmination of a lot of things you've learned and items you've found while playing the game. The final boss, Argorok, Flying Dragon, is sufficiently challenging to match. There's probably a lot of speed. I don't really feel like testing a lot of other items, but whatever. 6. Thieves Hideout, Link Between Worlds.
That one's a really good one. I like that one.
That is a good one, too. Honestly, probably better than the one from this game, if I admit.
I like that one more than this one.
That one is pretty good.
That one's probably one of the
Yeah, you like tag team with the person there, it's right.
You know, I was kind of half expecting it to sort of turn into a, oh, she's going to turn into the bad guy, isn't she? And no, it actually turned out she was a good guy. I'm like, oh.
Huh, I wonder why you'd think that. But Thieves Hideout from Link Between Worlds. Basically, that game's version of this dungeon. A Link to the Past steals a lot of Link Between Worlds' glory, since a lot of their dungeons are similar. Thieves Hideout stands out on its own. Actually, that is fair. It is probably one of the best dungeons from Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
Thieves Hideout is a sort of warehouse for the Thieves Town above, which requires a special poem password to allow Link to gain access. They're very romantic thieves. It's a dungeon that feels suitable to its setting, where all the treasure chests inside feel like thieves' plunder. You can secure the help of a pink-haired thief girl to navigate the maze-like corridors. Juggling both Link and the girl to press switches and solve puzzles adds an extra dimension to the dungeon, without ever feeling like an irritating escort mission. Looking at you, Jabu's belly. Is that referring to the Ocarina of Time one? As the Ocarina of Time one is the one that's an escort mission with Rudo, which is arguably Ocarina of Time's most annoying dungeon. Surprised that never showed up on the list.
Well, I'd rather take Jabu's belly than the Water Temple, personally.
Right, fair enough. Number 5 best temple, Shadow Temple for Ocarina of Time.
Well, there's the Shadow Temple representation you wanted.
Yeah, alright. The other list is list of best dungeons Ocarina of Time Shadow Temple, which is a late game nightmare.
Oh wait, no, yours was a Spirit Temple, right?
Yes, Spirit Temple was mine. Shadow Temple I'm on. A little too much reliance on the Lens of Truth, otherwise it is good.
I mean, isn't that what most 3D Zelda dungeons suffer from anyway?
True.
Reliance
True.
on
God damn it. Keep calling myself out as a hypocrite. God damn it. Feels like a late game nightmare made real that makes you think that maybe Ganondorf can just have Hyrule after all. This temple hints at a shady past for the Hyrulean royal family, since its bloody decor hints that they might have employed torturers to interrogate their enemies. Who cares about that? It's a temple that turned a scary doll into a lemon in a game that was Already pretty frightening, putting Link, let's not forget, is a child in a grown-up's body. Face to face a terror card in the form of Gibdos, Redads, Woolmasters, and the unforgettable Dead Hand. Oh, Bongo Bongo, of course, whatever he is. I am the Dead Hand. Those things are based on Nightmare Fuel. Ah! Not a game I was expecting to see a dungeon from this list. Deepwood Shrine from Minish Cap. The first game's dungeon.
You would know better than I would.
It's the first dungeon. The one that really shows the miniature mechanic at use. It is probably one of the better dungeons of the game, and being the first, it's honestly not the best thing to say about Minish Cap. But
sounds kind of foreboding when you say it like that.
Yeah! The rest of the dungeons really aren't that good, that's why Minish Cap's never been that memorable for me. First dungeon is good pre what could have been, though. The sadly gets lackluster after that, it gets a little too plain. But anyway, Minish Cap was the first time Link gets real tiny, and his first dungeon Deepwood Shrine makes the most of his new size. The dungeon itself was a teeny-weeny one, filled with teeny-weeny pests like mushrooms and slugs. The obstacles and puzzles were teeny-weeny match as well, including figuring out how to navigate a puzzle, and rolling around inside the barrel to access new parts of the dungeon. Once again, it's the boss that makes this dungeon so great. Everyone knows that choo-choos are the least threatening enemy in most Zelda games. But Minish Cap makes them the most threatening enemy once Link is miniaturized. Whenever we get the reveal when it drops down the ceiling. That was tense. Yeah, the boss then loses staying power once you fight in electric form in a later dungeon. Then it just gets annoying. Ah, there we go. Arbiter's Grounds for Twilight Princess. That's the name of the Sand Temple.
Yep.
The spin wheel thing is certainly one of the most unique items in Zelda game too. It's really neat.
It also had the best, like, thematic dungeon of the bunch.
Yeah, it was cool.
That one and the, Ice Temple are both really cool.
Arbiter's Ground is probably the best main dungeon in the game.
Yep.
At least I played that before I stopped playing. God damn it. Yes, Arbiter's Grounds. Who doesn't love the spinner from Twilight Princess? It's sort of like a Beyblade and a unicycle had a baby, and it's one of the coolest new additions to the Zelda series in a while. Even if it does look a bit dorky. Yeah, a bit. You'll find the spinner in the Arbiter's Grounds, which was formerly a prison full of all the worst sorts of from Hyrule's seedy underbelly. Ugh, excuse me. It's packed with ghosts, mummies, and skeletons. Presumably of the criminals who died here, and rats who also died here. And its creepy Roman Colosseum meets Egyptian tomb vibe is enough to make anyone wish they'd stay at home. Oh, it's to say that it's an atmospheric masterpiece of a dungeon, and you know we love those. There it is! Ancient Cistern from Skyward Sword at number 2.
Like I said, as much as I don't really care much for Skyward Sword as a whole, that still is a good dungeon. I remember that dungeon.
Yeah.
That's like the only dungeon I remember from that game.
It is probably the most memorable dungeon in the game, honestly. It's a shame that Skyward Sword isn't most people's idea of a good Zelda, because that means a lot of people miss out on Ancient Cistern, one of the most gorgeous, strange Zelda dungeons in the series. Themed around Buddhism, with a giant Buddha statue right in the center, surrounded by its lotus flowers. This temple is more than just a place to fight mini-bosses and solve puzzles. It's got a narrative of its own, too. Our favorite part of this dungeon is actually the subversive part, which takes Link away from the serenity of the temple and down into the bowels of what is basically hell, filled with bones, poison, and cursed bokoblins. A particularly memorable escape from this underworld is a pseudo cutscene which sees Link climbing up a rope into the light, chased by bokoblins who want to drag him back down. Terrifying stuff. And number 1 they have. Oh, right. That is another one I usually hear is frequently said as one of the best. The Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time.
A good introduction.
It is a great introduction to the second half of the game. And other than the Spirit Temple and arguably the Shadow Temple, the other two aren't that great.
Yeah.
The Forest Temple and the latter two are great. The Forest Temple really does introduce the whole keys thing you need to get through dungeons, and the complex puzzles. And basically, yeah, it has you go through a trial by fire. Oh, I know what you're thinking to blow up. Go in the next room. Right there. That's when you want to blow up. And they give you bombs! Jeez, like they're telling you to use them. I want those rupees! Yes! Ah, damn it, a little too far. Why do they want me to have so many bombs? Oh god! I dropped 2 bombs! Ow, they both hurt me. Fuck. Alright, there we go. Now we have a hole in the ceiling.
Why? I wondered.
Oh, we flung that way.
I saw cracks in the floor and I wanted to blow shit up.
Yep, so number 1 dungeon they have is Forest Temple. Yes, whatever nostalgia went out, Forest Temple is by no means the cleverest dungeon or the most innovative or even the most beautiful. But its combination of atmosphere and music will forever cement in our minds as a glorious experience. As the first adult temple of Ocarina of Time, it feels much more mature and frightening than the ones you've completed so far. And it tasks players with finding 4 ghosts, Poes, and rescuing your trapped childhood friend, Saria. It's total change from the welcoming, friendly cookery force to the ominous, lonely, unsettling vibes of the temple itself, perfectly reflect the lost innocence theme of the game. It's just a masterpiece, even if it's coming up to 30 years old. Oh, this list is from 2022. Okay. What does this other list have to say for their best dungeons? Their 15th best is Skull Woods! I mean, I guess it's an okay dungeon, just as frustrating a lot of times, honestly.
Skull Woods?
I guess it's not a bad dungeon. The one we just did before this.
Yeah, it is different, but
yeah, I would
if you know what you're doing, it's exhausting.
Yep. Deep under the Skeleton Forest, in a lake to pass, dark world lies the Skull Woods dungeon. I'm like, oh, the Zelda dungeon seem up to this point? There are multiple entry points in this dreary catacombs beneath the forest. They will have to cross between the indoor and outdoor sections to access each of the dungeon's disconnected floors. While it's easy to get lost if it's your first time through Skull Woods, the segmented design makes for a more expansive dungeon crawl than you find most other Zelda locations.
Don't want to be here.
Well, at least they admit it. 14. Bottle's Grotto from Link's Awakening, the second dungeon. There are quite a few clever dungeons found on Koholint Island, the setting of Link's Awakening. A few stars memorably is Bottle Grotto. The submerged chamber is nestled in the Kapanga Swamp to the north of the island, blocked by overgrown flowers. To access the dungeon, you must take the nearby Chaintown for a walk to the dungeon, and he'll gobble up the obstructing vegetation. True to the dungeon's name, everything in the dungeon revolves around bottles. The hallways and rooms are littered with giant pots. Link can only move using the dungeon's hidden item, the Power Bracelet. Even the round's layout resembles the outline of a giant bottle. Oh my god, it does. Swamp Palace is listed here again.
Okay, so I can't be here yet.
I love the contrasting opinions people have.
I mean, that's kind of the beauty and destructive chaos of Zelda Street.
Number 12 best dungeon they have listed. Eagle's Tower from Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's very clever, just frustrating. Eagle's Tower is one of the last few dungeons players tackle in Link's Awakening. Accessing the sprawling labyrinth is your reward for overcoming the treacherous Telltale Heights mountain range. But the tower can be even more difficult. Eagle's Tower is big and brutal, and be difficult to work through. But that's part of the appeal. Like all the best late game Zelda levels, Eagle Rock requires you to use every tool you've collected Link's journey so far to survive the tough enemies and noodle out the many puzzles blocking your progress. And once you reach the top, you're rewarded with one of the coolest boss fights against the evil eagle. After a list just said it was one of the weakest boss fights in the game.
The beauty of Zelda, it has so many differing opinions that can
fans
destroy
don't know
everybody.
what they want. Just like Sonic fans, they don't know what they want.
The irony is that Zelda actually has more consistency than Sonic ever will.
Yeah.
It had, excuse me, sorry, I need to...
It's still Nintendo's most overrated franchise. What is this girl, anyway? Number 11, Deepwood Shrine, the first Palace Minish Cap, comes back. Arbiter's Ground, they have a number 10 in Twilight Princess. Snow Peak Ruins of Twilight Princess comes back at number 9. Ancient Cistern of Skyward Sword comes back at number 8. At least people tend to have a general agreement on some of the actual best of the best dungeons. Forest Temple of Ocarina of Time comes back at number 7. Oh, okay, I have actually heard good things about this, but I haven't done it myself. Number 6, The Final Trial, Breath of the Wild, the Champion's Ballad. I forgot that DLC technically has another dungeon, and I have heard it's better than the Divine Beasts. I haven't played it, but I have heard it's definitely better than what those were, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that.
I don't know what to say because I need a DLC for that, so...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of light hanging in that room.
Wonder if that's gonna mean anything.
If only we could carry something over there. Blind some victim in this light. Is there a neat in this place? Go out in the sun, bitch. Ah! It burns! It burns like old oatmeal! Ah!
Ah, yes.
It's just the sun, dude. You've been inside gaming for too long. Why does that sound personal? You need to get out more. Get out more like me. That's all it is. I wanted to go outside. Oh, yeah! Using magic power certain enemies turns them into other creatures. I forgot there was another effect of that. It can make some strong enemies weaker, though, if you prefer it that way. That's a nice effect. Now we have the final trial Breath of the Wild's champion ballad. Breath of the Wild's fifth and final divine beast hides beneath the point where Link's adventure starts, the Shrine of Resurrection. Unfortunately, it's locked behind the paid Champions Ballad DLC. It requires completion of all the other quest lines in the DLC to unlock.
Oh, joy, I have to 100% the game too.
The DLC, you have 100%. But still. So it was likely many Breath of the Wild players never got to see this late game dungeon. A shame, since the final trial represents the culmination of the previous Divine Beasts. And it's the best execution.
Is it really a culmination of the Divine Beasts?
It's the best execution of the concept.
No, I hear that, I'm like, is it really a culmination?
So it's just that again, are you kidding me?
I just hear culmination, it just kind of makes me laugh. I'm like, is it really a culmination?
Did you go south of that room yet?
I did, and for some reason I couldn't find a way through, so I felt like I thought I missed something upstairs.
Say, there must... Oh!
I need a key.
We need keys to get the... Oh, wait. Do we have the big key yet?
Is that big key or small key? That's the thing I'm wondering.
Might be big key. I forget. Yeah, it's big key.
Okay, it's a big key.
As I said, I think we went through pretty much every room already.
Because I thought it was a small key door, that's what threw me off.
Yep, it's big key for this. Weird. You need a big key for the boss room. And the item in the dungeon. Did we get that yet? Oh, we do have that.
Now we will.
Hello? Yeah, hold. Sit tight, lady.
That's what threw me off. That's.
Ow! Yes, here we go. You don't need this item to get through the dungeon, but you'll want this.
The Titan's mitt.
Now you lift the heaviest stones and watch the possible budge. Dark stones can be lifted. Oh, they tried to fuck you over.
That's what I was looking for. I'm like, wait, am I missing something?
So there we go. Now in the Titan's mitt, we can lift any boulder. And with that, we're going to cover a lot more things in the overworld.
I guess we'll just have this open, because why not?
Yep. It also ends with one of the coolest boss battles of the series. And completing the trial rewards players with the Master Cycle. Oh, yeah. The motorcycle. I forgot about that. That's what you get for completing it.
So, an actual fun way to travel the world. It's a shame that only happens after you basically beat the game.
You saved me, thank you, I'll follow you. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Although, I'm thinking about it, if you do try to leave the dungeon with her, though, she will say something like, isn't there something we gotta do here? Something like that. So, it may be a little confusing what to do with her if you don't know what's going on. I'll say this, though.
Enlighten her.
Yes. You've been stuck in that room for so long, you could probably use some light. So here, enjoy yourself. Ah! So bright! What the hell you do to me? Oh my god! So yes, here's the Master Thief. I forget his name.
Blind.
Oh yeah, Blind the Thief, right. Who hates sunlight. That's the irony. Yeah, just keep hitting it in the head. After you do damage to it, though, it basically does this. It's basically a harder version of the Gleeok boss in the original Legend of Zelda. The one that you basically hit it enough that its head split off. You do have a single fairy.
Yep. And that's what I'm going to bank on.
Yeah, this boss actually got it tough. I forgot.
Mostly because of the multiple heads.
Yup. Well, I only see one now. Just wait till we keep damaging it. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to be able to hit the head. Did not make it easy. It's a lot easier when it's at the bottom of the room. Yep, and you got two of them. Yeah, I was gonna say, definitely be on that potion. We're probably gonna need it. But I think that's the last head that summons. Oh! Yep, there we go. And technically don't let you be repeated on the bottles. Which is appreciated. Ow. Yeah, it's a fireball massacre, this boss! My god, enough!
Well, he's dead now.
Yup.
Guess it's time for me to refuel on my blue pot.
Yep, we have the rupees for it. We don't really need it for much else. Until we get to the end of the second to last dungeon.
Yep.
Because the big bomb's like the last thing I think we really need money for.
Yep. And now with this, we can now fully explore Hyrule to our fullest extent.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, pretty much. We can give it most of the other stuff lying around now.
Yoshi, doesn't feel like an escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. As the wise men sealed the way to the Dark World, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of the evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule were nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in line has the potential to become the hero of legend.
What a coincidence.
Surely you can destroy Heisenberg and Ganon. You understand?
Who the hell's Heisenberg? You'll get it.
He's made a way of the hero lead to the Triforce. He's trying to lead a drug empire.
Oh, that's what we're trying to stop. Okay. Whatever you say, Lee.